Hello everyone, so here I'm Suantari and in this occasion I'm going to give review to my partner instructional design. She is Wulan. Okay, after I read the whole design that she have been made, I have some comments and suggestions for Wulan design. First of all, I'm very interested when I read the activity title that Wulan used in her design because she used VOA application in her learning activity that I think it will be interesting when it is implemented in the classroom. Next, for the introduction, Ulan give a brief explanation about what is VOA. But although she explained briefly about the application, it's clearly explained how the application is so that does not make the student feel confused about the application. So next, in target language skill and area. Here, she have been mentioned three target language skill in an area, which are listening, pronunciation, and vocabulary. But in here, I think Ulan can add communication for your target language skill and area because the activity carry out with small group discussion method. Well, when the student will communicate each other in their group and it will indirectly improve student communication skill. So it will be nice if you add communication in your target language skill and areas. So now in the activity aim, you make it very clear so that as a teacher, we can determine the right method, approach, and strategy to achieve the aim that have been set. Now, in here, in the technical requirement and resources, I have suggestion for you. Maybe in here you can add a group. You can make a group for all of your students, whether in WhatsApp or Telegram, to make it easier for you as a teacher to coordinate all of your students. Because as you know, in this current situation, the learning is carried out online, and we as a teacher cannot just communicate through the head of the class that I think it can make a misunderstanding among your students. Also, as a teacher, we have to share any important information for all of our students, such as ask them to enter the room meeting or give them information about the assignment. So I think making group is very necessary for the teacher in this online learning. Move into procedure session. Here I have read all of your procedure and you have to consider in the procedure number 5. In here, you instruct your student to do the discussion with their group that consists of 3 until 4 people. Here, I think you not give a clear instruction to your student where the student need to do the discussion with their group. And I think it can make your student feel confused where they need to do discussion. Also, in here, I have suggestion for you. Rather than use Google Meet, you can use Zoom meeting because I think Zoom provide a feature called breakout room where the student can enter a predetermined room with their group to have a discussion of the question given by the teacher. Also, as the teacher, we can keep control of the discussion where it is compared when we let the student have discussion via WhatsApp group or personal chat with their group. Now, let's move into last procedure that have been you made. Here, I think before you end the class, you have to give feedback to your student because I think in the learning process feedback is very important because in here the teacher can emphasize more about the material that they have learned in that day And also, when the teacher give feedback to the student will be more understanding about the material that they have discussed in that day with their friend. Okay, that's all about the procedure. And the last one in the procedure, I think in the instruction, the procedure must be no more than 200 words. But in here, you cross the limit where the actual limit is 200 words, but you wrote 205 words. But I think it doesn't really matter as long as you make the explanation clear. So last but not least, in the option, suggestion and justification section, you have made a very clear and detailed description. So I, as a reader, can get the point that have you will convey to the reader. So that's all about my review for your instruction design, especially for the listening skill. I do apologize if there are any mistake when I do a review for your design. Thank you for your attention.